well is that they have two Malaysian players. So there could be a thing, with COVID and everything, that they're stuck in their own country. I'm not really sure about their current situation, but some of these teams, especially the Malaysian guys, who are traveling to China to play, are having a hard time, being able to practice with their team. The ping, it's not that bad, but being in a team house together and being able to communicate easier, fix your problems faster, that's really important. So.
Okay, they aren't. That could be it, honestly, because they have been quite inactive, and we've just been waiting to see something out of IG, and we really haven't been able to.
No, they haven't been able to pick it up recently, have they? But maybe this is the time where they can do so. Let's have a look, as we are into the draft for this game straight away. So this best of 3 series getting underway. We're going to start things up now. The Invoker ban from IG. So they obviously watched the series yesterday and said, yeah, let's not give them this Invoker Void opening. We know what they can do with it. It's pretty scary.
I mean, for sure. And that's also D-Stone's signature hero. I do want to say that I am a very big fan of Red Panda and his openness to play unorthodox position 5 heroes.
Maybe we'll see him play Panda again.
It would be better than the other option.
Wow. This is the first Templar Assassin we're seeing in this tournament. I'm just surprised we haven't been seeing more of it.
Well, it's been banned out quite a lot, but yeah.
I feel like TA is one of those heroes where it got to a point where it's been played so much that it also got figured out a little bit. And most teams have their reaction to it prepared when it does come out in a draft. But same thing with DK. We've been seeing so many unusual picks recently that there have been a lot of DKs like let through the first phase who just haven't been picked, right?
What do you like as counters to TA?
Well, I've seen some Lush Oracle in response to it. I've seen some Lich with Razor. I've seen some Viper in first phase. Honestly, a lot of things can work. It just depends on which team is playing and how they like to approach the game.
My problem with TA right now, or at least like for people when you try to counter it, is like, how do you stop the 14-minute, 15-minute, 10k net worth that this hero can get, plus the vision advantage and control that it provides on the map and the easy Roshan take. It's just like, no matter how you want to counter the hero, it still does what it does. Yeah.
The hero I like most against TA is the Shadow Demon. I think he's got loads of tools to deal with TA, stop that initial hero getting blown up. The ultimate's really nice as well.
I think being able to move into her triangle early is very important, to have a team that's just able to be dynamic and end their laning stage early if they must. So I think we have to see more of a faster paced lineup coming out of IG if they're not going to go for a traditional TA counter on lane.
Yeah. I like Dragon Knight though. Against TA, has pretty high armor. Like you said, can take objectives and play that faster pace. Good stun. That being said, RNG, they do have the option to still go for these ranged heroes maybe in the draft, but then you already have a TA. It's kind of hard to pair TA with like Luna or Medusa because they both do the same thing. They just want to farm ancients.
Yeah.
Do RNG not want ancient apparition here?
Oh, speaking of ancient apparition, that's a hero that has completely fallen off the map.
You just forget, right? There are so many of these heroes that you forget about, and then they're just there in your draft. Boom.
My goodness, like what was it during the qualifiers? It was like first pick, first phase banned, and now it's just gone in this tournament. I haven't even seen a single one getting banned out.
I really like it here, and I'd be a bit disappointed if RNG don't pick it up.
It's wait, RNG pick it up? It's kind of weird though, right? Picking Apparition, Enchantress, TA together. There's like 0 stuns, lost a single target.
But they've corrected that with the Sand King, haven't they?
Yeah, just a little bit, but I still don't think you want to have Apparition Ench. Like, I feel like this Ench is most likely going to be the position 5 in this game, so you're going to put that into position 4. But I get what you mean. Having Apparition against Wyvern always feels good to remove that cold embrace, and plus it's just a hero being stuck there. But Apparition also needs a certain type of carry to be paired with. And I'm not sure if RNG are like willing to go down that path and restrict the kind of heroes that they can pick.
So they do pick up Grimstroke with the DK, which is one of my favorite combos in Dota. It's just tried and true, the double Dragon Tail, the Inkswell, with the Shard, just the added level of security for the DK, on top of the great combo.
10 seconds remaining.
IG's draft looks really solid so far.
Yeah,
It does.
I love it.
5 seconds
That
remaining.
Inkswell just to like boost his speed right before he blinks in is just amazing. It just feels like what Dragon Knight needs just to be able to get that. You know, when people play Dota, they have this sense of how fast they can get jumped, or like when you see a hero from point A and you have an estimation of when they're going to get to point B, and when they get like speed boosted out of nowhere, like even like a drum charge or anything like that, it kind of just messes with the perspective of a player, you know, like as to like when they're going to get to you. And that's what Inkswell does with Dragon Knight. It's completely underrated, not something that you notice when you're watching, but in the game it completely ruins your ideas.
Yeah, so are we going to be seeing the Red Panda remaster?
Looks like it.
I think so. I think that's a 5 brew right there.
So it's going to be an Enchantress Sand King lane,
10
which on
seconds
paper sounds incredibly strong.
Yeah, that sounds
5
pretty difficult to lane
seconds
into. I
remaining.
mean, they get to pick up their carry hero to answer it, but I mean, there's not many carry heroes which can. Might just be best to pick something which could just run away to the jungle. But look at the bans. So many heroes banned out.
So the Storm pickup too, I think it's pretty solid here. It's good against the Brute. There's not a whole lot of stunts. Actually, really good against Templar Assassin in the laning stage. One of the better heroes, actually.
And
Storm's
later on in the game.
Yeah, exactly. Can catch her. You got good armor. And your not electric vortex. The passive actually triggers 2 hits on her refraction because you got the
10
attack and the
seconds
passive
remaining.
effect. So you can actually get through her refractions rather quickly as a Storm
5
as well.
seconds remaining.
And Storm Spirit is typically very good against Remaster because you just jump him and kill him before he gets to split off, which is kind of one of the cornerstones of RNG's team fight. And the only stun they have so far this game is the Sand King, so there's going to be a lot on his shoulders to catch the Storm and kind of make sure they don't get run over mid-game. But yeah, the Storm Spirit pick looks really solid. I can see it snowballing really hard.
So thumbs up so far for IG. What was their carry going to be, do you reckon, to really complete this lineup? What would you like to see?
Well, both carries for both sides are still pretty open. For IG side, they need something that does not get run over by Enchantress and Sand King.
Team pick.
Okay.
I'm taking a look at like what's in the pool right now. They've banned out Anti-Mage and Medusa, and they've also banned out Juggernaut and Void. So Juggernaut and Void were the kind of heroes that you think about, heroes that do well against a Sand King Enchantress lane, and they've just removed them from the pool.
10 seconds.
And similarly, they banned out the heroes that do well versus Storm in Anti-Mage and Medusa.
5 seconds remaining.
There's not that much left in the pool right now.
Lifestealer?
Lysander could be okay here. I think it's okay. They go with the Troll.
Okay.
I was actually gonna go somewhere along that line, but you know it's already taken. It's really good laner, and it's good against the Sand King as well. You got this double slow. SK is gonna lose a lot of regen in the lane too. Enchantress actually doesn't do that
10
well against
seconds
Troll
remaining.
compared to the other carries that she is able to harass.
5
You know what?
seconds
I like
remaining.
this Troll because not only is he a strong laner, but he gives IG something that they lack, which is something that Storm Spirit does need to play with, which is an Aegis. And they don't really have rush potential in their lineup until they picked up the Troll. So that's something that kind of rounds it out in a nice way. And Troll's issue is and always has been that it's very easy to kite this hero. So
Wow, position 1
Definitely-
Doom.
Whoa. Yeah, it is. Carry Doom.
I mean,
from
there
God
wasn't
King.
that much. There wasn't that much left in the pool, but I can see this working because that would be their solution to Storm Spirit, wouldn't it? And the Troll, of course.
Yeah, it's
yes,
pretty
definitely
good.
an answer. Just quickly, my concern for the Troll isn't Brewmaster pretty good against Troll? Just popping that
It
ultimate
is.
and throwing him into the edge.
It is.
result?
The assumption is that Storm Spirit will be going on the Brewmaster and
Okay.
taking care of that. this troll is going to be more of like a follow-up hero in team fights. We're going to expect the Soulbind double Dragon Tail and the Storm Spirit going on a hero before troll can even run in. Troll running in first is not something that you want to see him doing this game.
No, and hopefully will not be. They'll know how to take the fights better than that. But very quickly, guys, what's our thoughts on this POS 1 Doom? I mean, what is it aiming to achieve?
It's just trying to be that carry that doesn't take up too much and doesn't need to farm Ancients, because Templar Assassin is the true carry in their draft right now. So the Doom is just going to be in the safe lane, someone who can absorb the pressure, farm up, get a Midas, be this position 2 essentially from the safe lane, and just be able to provide Doom for the Storm or the Troll Warlord, whoever comes first, to be honest, because either one is going to be a great pick off. So I think it's going to work out pretty well. That being said, the late game, I do have to favor IG.
Okay, I think that's fair.
Absolutely. The Doom's ideal situation is that he just gets his refresher and gets the Doom out on the Troll, gets the Doom out on the Storm. All the carries that were good against Storm Spirit got banned out, and they do need an added solution onto him because the only stun that they had was Sand King. So the idea behind Doom is there, and it's nice, but will they be able to execute it?
RNG so close to having a normal draft, and then they just have to jump off the end of the rails with the Doom pick. But I like it.
The concept
I think
is fine. The concept is good.
Yeah, it's no POS 5 slog, that's for sure. This can work. Will it work? There's only one way to find out, and that's get into the game with BQ and Mo Farah.
Thank you very much. Here again with Mo.
Hello.
There we go. Hopefully doing our thing. Seeing this IG RNG first game here as IG are making their debut for the event. We talked about IG off camera or off mic and kind of expecting big things from IG, but unsure what they were going to bring us after their I-League results. So, I mean, this is a lineup that screams IG to me. With Emo on the Storm and Fly on the Troll, like it just screams typical IG.
Yeah, what other team really picks Troll at the moment? You know, it's not a very popular hero right now, especially not in the games that I've watched. I mean, their lineup is a little bit greedy potentially. Obviously, like Storm and Troll. Hoping to see the Storm make some early moves. And like Effie said, I think the Storm, if he deals with the Brewmaster, they have a lot of other damage that can come from their team. So. Yeah, looking forward to it. It should be a good game. Nice to see RNG kind of do their own thing, though, still. Obviously, they've got this TA kind of like POS 1 from the mid lane, and they have these two side laners that are willing to fight relatively early on. I think this Ench hero is the big key for me in the first 10 minutes. If the Ench doesn't do too much early on, I think RNG's game is going to be really difficult. They just need the Ench to be making the right moves, and it's the most important part of the game.
Yeah, kind of wondering how Felix is going to play this if we're looking at an aggressive Enchantress or something that's going to be like more towards Nature's Attendants and Enchant, or more towards throwing out some big impetus shots and getting some damage out there. Yeah, I think we had that conversation about Fly's best heroes, and I was talking about how Jug and PL seem to be his higher tiered play heroes, but Troll is definitely up there for him.
He's a good Troll player. For sure.
There's that early impetus from Felix.
Yeah, and this is really great by IG because they get their level 2 first as well before the Ench and the SK do.
Question is, can they make a move with that? And I don't really see them making these crazy moves just yet for IG. Now, I think the game changer for IG is the Storm. We'll see how quickly Emo kind of wants to get the ball rolling on that Storm Spirit, because we've seen him play aggressive early, and you know, maybe behind Void Spirit, this is his best spirit. I only say Void Spirit because of recent memory, but overall, I would say Storm is probably one of his better mids.
For sure. I mean, they're dominating the laning stage at the moment. Emo's doing really well mid in particular. I mean, I'm pretty sure there was an ESL event once I watched where it was like Sumail versus mid one. They kept playing this like Storm versus TA matchup over and over again. And they were like swapping sides on it and all sorts. It was really cool. It's like a really high skill matchup.
The TA is always fun to watch. I think when talking with Black though, he talked about how when you're drafting the TA first, it makes your game really difficult when the other team kind of knows how they want to play against it.
For sure. But I mean, TA's just such a strong hero, though, right? It's like Deepa was saying before that hero does so many things and it opens up the game in so many different ways. With like Roche taking how quickly it farms, it can farm ancients. It hits really strong timings in the game. And for me as well, RNG picked it into the Wyvern as well, right? So they are very confident with this hero.
And that was the counter every time we were seeing it a lot actually in the Chinese TI qualifiers, was that first pick TA and then immediately getting countered by the Winter Wyvern.
Yeah, a lot of other teams, I know in SCA they tried a lot of Razor as well. There's another answer to the TA, which is kind of cool. This Ench is still level 1, 3 minutes into the game. I mean, she's just turned level 2. It was pretty sad.
Then as for the bottom lane, we see Kaka on the Grimstroke, and that's something that we just don't really see Kaka play too often. The Grimstroke, it's popular, the 4 Grimstroke, of course. You go Arcane Boots, maybe straight into the Ags if that's what you're comfortable with. I know you said the variation would be finishing off the Aether Lens. And JT, he's big on the tanky offlaners, but I would say Tide is more his style than like DK, and I see how he does with this Dragonite.
I want to see the Kunkka ones. Oh, Ollie dodges the clap.
Ooh, Fly though, getting the first blood there on Felix.
Well, for me, the Ench was the most important hero. She dies first, doesn't get level 2 until 3 minutes, and it already looks really difficult for RNG. Like IG have this, a little bit of a greedy lineup, but with the start that they've had, their laning stage has been awesome. So RNG already backs against the wall, it feels.
Yeah, for sure.
This troll's 1k net worth ahead of the Sand King, 4 minutes into the game.
And he's level 5, like, this is a great time for him. Inkswell going for God King, and Inkswell will pop right on top of him. Not that JT has a lot of damage right now on that DK to get this kill on the Doom. Meanwhile, Flyby in that top lane is just in the sandstorm trying to survive.
His middle tower is under attack.
I assume they're just going to start trying to cut waves now or something, but not sure.
Take what they desire.
Is it even that easy to cut the lanes in a lane like this, where you're just getting beat pretty badly?
Oh, Red Panda's dead, I think.
Yeah, Inkswell will pop and Red Panda's life will end. He's been sticking to this brew, and I'm not sure this is really what you want. Emo pops the water rune, trap, and a ball lightning away. They just can't keep up with him.
The thing is, so the Ench made this first rotation towards mid, but now Emo's level 6. So, like, it has nowhere near as much effectiveness as it would have done, right? At like level 4 or something on the Storm.
Interesting bringing Red Panda here too. This is just opening up the side lanes, and Fly's already dominating the lane, so that'll open it up for him.
Stupendous.
He's doing really well. I mean, both the side lanes are going okay for IG. Like, even this bot lane, it's DK against Doom, right? Like, Doom's got Devour and he's still at same net worth.
Oh, what I miss?
Ball lightning. He's still into with the Vortex. They've got the Inkswell, and it looks like it's going to pop right on top of the TA, who doesn't have the refraction charges to survive. Ollie will get the kill on D-Stones, and it's 3-0 in favor of IG. Very early on, it is all coming up Millhouse right now for him.
What item build do we think the Troll's going to go for this game? Does he go for like the Battle Fury style? Or does he go like Diffuse or Less and Y or something?
Radiant structures.
Oh, he's going Javelin, okay.
Where are you going?
So maybe like Maelstrom BKB or something.
Straight MKB first item.
No boots, MKB. Go.
Yeah.
Oh, Emo?
Oh, he's already got phase boots. Emo dies to D-Stones. Bottom lane, God King getting run down. Inkswell, Stroke of Fate, and with the Breathe Fire, they'll get the finishing blow.
A good kill on Emo though, mid for RNG. They'll be happy with that one.
That
Ooh,
troll is
very-
farming so well.
Yeah, he is. I mean, his first few waves were so good because this Ench just didn't influence the lane at all. It felt like the Wyvern was kind of like 1v1ing the Ench on the side while the Troll was 1v1ing the Sand King.
Right.
Oh my god, that damage.
Up the bounty, popping it immediately. Burrow strike comes in, looking for the epicenter. Fly. He'll get the battle trance off, and now he's looking to get this kill on a flyby. He'll get one. Felix might be next.
Oh my god.
The damage coming in. He's just got a double kill.
Radiant's bottom tower is
That's
under
rid-
attack.
Okay. Well, if things weren't going bad enough for RNG, they're going pretty bad now.
Yeah.
Dear,
Rather
oh dear.
fly by, or would you rather fly?
But, okay. But that's like, you can tell he understands the limits of his hero, though, right? Just from watching that play, like he understands that he wants to turn before he's even popped the ult or anything, so he starts attacking them straight away. Understands that he has the sentry down as well. Yeah, really well played.
God, I knew the limits of his battle trance when he needed to use it. Felix, if he gets caught up here, he might just be dead. Actually, if he gets caught up there, he's definitely dead.
Radiant's bottom
Wait,
tower
what?
is under attack.
Does JT have a meteor hammer? Was that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, sure. I mean,
First
it's really
item,
good, right?
DK Meteor Hammer.
I think he's done it before. If not him, I've definitely seen at least one person do it before. Possessed Mask for the Troll. Fantastic. He's going to be very happy with that one. Yeah, I mean, obviously it's really good for being able to threaten towers, but also pairs really well with your stun. So, why not?
Takes towers, which is great, which you already said, but
Radiant's
I get the tower.
Inkswell
Inkswell flyby, dust on him.
Right,
Damn.
here we go. It's back. B-Cop. What are we doing? Come on, you have to know this.
Ooh, is he dead or is he not?
Is
Chat
he dead or is he
interaction?
not dead? Correct.
Ooh, hold on.
Oh my god, that is...
Hello, chat. Testing. Chat, we need your interaction. We need you to tell us if you think that flyby is dead. 1 in the chat if you think he's dead. 2 in the chat if you think he survives.
Oh,
Dragon Tail to follow it up.
pretty tanky.
Splinter Blast, flyby. He's gone. All the ones were right.
Congratulations to all the ones in chat. Emo steals the haste rune. What a thief.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Tips all the way over. I mean, the fact that a troll has the same amount of net worth as a TA at 10 minutes into the game is crazy. This is...
Yeah, it was very weird when he disconnected. He like lost 1,800 net worth on my screen. He was down below the Sand King. Emo's kind of sitting here a little low.
Yeah, he's going to go back to this. Grim just takes over the mid lane.
Inkswell on Red Panda, nothing more doing for Kaka. Winter's Curse, though, on a God King over in the bottom lane. Meteor Hammer into the Elder Dragon form. They've got the Dragon
What a
Tail to follow it up. The
combo.
right clicks in, and they've got the combo to get the kill on the God King. Red Panda is too slow on this.
And there's the lack of stuns showing as well. Wyvern just TP's
Yeah.
away. TP scroll their worst enemy.
When in doubt, just TP out. Eight one. They've already given them the old Brazil. Now the question is, can they finish the game and win it?
Oh, Brazil. Never forget.
Enchantress caught again.
Is under attack.
Inkswell doesn't even need to go off. Emo gets credit for that one on Felix. Going into the early Orchid. Right now, it's just all IG. TA finally takes over top of the net worth, going into the Desolator after the Dragonlance. So
Is under attack.
Deso then probably a Blink, right?
Who do we think is getting first 10 kills as well, B-Cop? Yeah, I think so.
Do you mean which player is getting first 10 kills? Or,
no, team. I think I know.
With a Vortex, and this might be number 10.
Oh, no.
However, they don't get the kill on a D-Stones. This epicenter from
should they come
Flyby is nowhere. Nowhere close this epicenter was. And now they've got the Cyclone out onto the Winter Wyvern. Down back to Earth. Blink Burrow Strike coming through onto Ollie. Winter's Curse, though, and all of a sudden... Well,
the
Meteor
hammer.
Hammer's going to slam down onto the Sand King. They'll get the kill on it, not just Flyby, but finish off Red Panda, too.
I mean, they were a good couple of kills for RNG, right? But they have to commit so far and dive so deep to get to the tier 1. Where all of a sudden, yeah, the big turnaround comes. Great curse just from the Wyvern before he dies. And JT with this Meteor Hammer feels like he's done so much work.
Doom onto the
there's the
DK.
curse.
Ball Lightning with the Ink Swell. It will pop, but it won't catch anybody. And Impetus is going to do a bit of damage on the Kaka. They get the kill on the JT.
Yeah, nice war stomp by the Doom. Stops the Storm from being able to chase with the Ink Swell. That was really good.
That combo is pretty deadly.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
It's got one Oblivion Staff ready to go. I'm pretty close on this Orchid.
Are scanning. Dire's top tower is under attack.
Now TA is starting to pull away though from the troll, right? So are IG doing enough to shut down RNG despite the fact that they have been playing ahead for the entirety of the game so far?
Yeah, I mean, it's difficult for them to shut down because,
Tower is under attack.
I mean, they still have
Blink
this
Burrow
TA.
Strike. Emo.
They use their one stun, so.
Yeah. And, well, Red Panda doesn't have Primal Split for 26 seconds.
Dire's top tower has fallen. Radiant's bottom tower.
Yeah, this TA is still
under
just
attack.
farming really well, right? But there's the Death. I think RNG, it would love to see them try and make a move around this Roshan pit now, potentially.
Illusion.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Scorcher with extra damage. I think this Orchid coming out is going to be a big moment for IG.
Yeah, potentially. Especially, it's so easy to find the kills as well. There's one.
Yeah, Felix goes down, and now they've got the stun on the JT as well as Emo. Emo needs to be careful. Winter's Curse, Ball Lightning onto the high ground, just
He's dead.
walking away, but he's still dead. Rampanda gets credit for the kill, and it's a 1-for-1. It's with that urn that they get that kill. Epicenter Burrow striking slow, not going to be enough to get out of this one, and well, Kaka will fall to D-Stones. RNG starting to pull away as they will find a third in Ollie.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Wow, really well played. And that Storm he got hit by so much like damage over time, but even when he zipped away, he still just died anyway. Tried to be greedy to stay and get the zip off, but it meant he stayed in Sandstorm for longer.
Structures are fortified.
RNG have really regrouped on this. The entire time, Fly, he's trying to farm and get that BKB, but something just seems very lacking, and this Orchid's taking longer and longer to get. They look over at Flyby, though. Emo gets the kill. That's going to be a massive boost to the gold to finish off this Orchid.
This TA is getting bigger and bigger, though.
Dire are
No
scanning.
Blink Dagger, just going right into the BKB, noticing that
Yeah.
kind of needs that spell immunity to get things done against this lineup.
The thing is, though, there are still other things to worry about, though. You know, there's like the Curse, there's the Soulbind as well, so although BKB's really good, it doesn't give the TA a free game. TA loses a third of his health in 2 Sideblade hits, half in 3. Good stuff.
Wi-Fi has his BKB coming out. Is this build enough here for Fly? Maelstrom into the BKB?
How do they stop him when he's BKB'd?
Yeah.
I mean, they have one stun, and it doesn't go through BKB. You know, the big thing that they were talking about earlier on the panel as well, the Brewmaster ult.
Ball Lightning, Inkswell coming through onto the Enchantress. They've got the silence with the Orchid, trying to do the damage to get the Orchid burn as well as the kill. And have that extra bump, and they will. So Emo gets the kill on a Felix.
Oh, he has Shroud on, dude.
Still pulling ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, Midas into the early Shroud and going Sanj afterwards.
It's me too, Adam.
JT's in trouble. The Burrow Strike lands on a 2. They've got the Soulbind out of the Sand King as well as this Doom. They're going to pull them both in with the Electric Vortex with the BKBB Pop by Flyby. They get that kill on a God King as well as Flyby. Right clicks from the D-Stones TA isn't enough for really Fly to feel deterred just yet. Stands his ground for the moment, and now they'll look to finish off this tier 1.
Great BKB reveal from Fly. You know, Red Panda gets the Brewmaster split off, but can't do anything to stop the troll. And this Ench is just dead again.
And Felix is very dead.
What's this Ench's score? I feel like she's just been dead the whole game.
It is 1, 6, and 3.
Yeah.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Like, the first 5 minutes on that hero, the most important part of the game, they didn't really achieve anything. And then she's just been free gold, it feels like, for the Storm, like 5 times in a row.
I'm still sitting even in terms of net worth. Who's in the better spot, though, you believe? Top lane. Red Panda getting run down. There's another root, and Fly with the pretty free kill.
That is ridiculous. He gets the first hit route, and then the second route happens just as he's about to run away.
Inkswell, Blink, Dragon Tail might be the 7th death here for this Enchantress. They've got the silence on a Flyby, Doom out of the Storm. Felix survives, but now they've got the Winter's Curse on 3, looking for the Meteor Hammer to follow it up. That's going to land under the Doom. They've got the Inkswell Soulbind locking them up together. Right clicks coming in from D-Stones with the Meld Strike, but the damage is going to be enough to get this Doom, it seems, with the BKB Bob by Fly. Ball Lightning, Vortex, Doom's worn out on Emo. Here comes the Epicenter with the Burrow Strike. They get the kill on a Fly. BKB's been popped by D-Stones, going after Emo, who's out of mana. A trap. Won't get off. It's right click down. Ollie ends up dead. Finally, Felix falls. The JT coming through with the Dragon Tail as well as the Breathe Fire. Emo walks away, but they do lose that troll, which was really not Fly's intention going in on that, as he felt very comfortable going deep into that fight.
Yeah, I mean, the two big things that fight are, 1, not having battle chance because he used it in the top lane before. 2, TA just bought BKB. So they get this really good jump on her. Oh, no, though. She might be in trouble here.
Yeah, this could be a death, but Flyby there with the save has the Yules. D-Stone's turning. Old Strike, Cycloned, and Kaka, he's probably going to die to the Brew.
Oh, my God, the heal.
Just in time with Cold Embrace is Ollie, and now they've got the Ball Lightning into the Orchid with the Vortex and the Inkswell kill.
Oh, that was cool. Did you see that? The Wyvern used Splinter Blast on one of the Pandalings, and then as it landed, like, he'd already gone back to Brew, so it bounced to the actual Brew. That was cool.
Dire are scanning. Radiant are scanning.
Smoke. So Radiant scan hits, and they're going to believe that they're doing Roche, but that draws them closer to IG, who aren't actually doing Roche. They're going with the Inkswell. That lands on 2. They've got the Soulmine as well as the Electric Vortex. That's going to lock up both the Sand King as well as the Doom. They're both silenced with the Phantom's Embrace. They've got themselves the Winter's Curse onto the TA. Inkswell, that'll pop. Fly with the BKB. They've got the stun onto the TA. They get the kill on D-Stones. They're looking for more. Flyby, Burrow Strike hits on the Emo. Stroke of Fate comes out from Kaka, and this is going to be a second one dead with Sand King dying. Felix, I'm not sure you really want to do that. Poke and prod the side of IG with an impetus shot. You might pay for it with your life.
I'll take that.
Yeah, really well played. And again, this just opens up the Roche now. We've seen this so many
Radiant's
times
top tower is under attack.
from these troll lineups. Win one fight, just easily take the Roche. And it's so big up against the lineup with the TA as well to be able to take that Roche away from them.
Definitely feels like big moment here for IG. And that's what we were talking about. The TA gave to RNG that opportunity to go for the early Roche. Well, now that's in the hands of IG.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
JT's just... I'm sure he's using this Meteor Hammer off cooldown. Full efficiency.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
Tier 1 top is going down for sure.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
They're just going to keep going as well, you would assume. Oh no, they're not. Okay.
Radiant's top tower
Not going for the
is
tier
under
2?
attack.
At least not yet. They have the Arcane Rune. They might look to fight with this Aegis, that's for sure. And there's the smoke. If they kill TA, I would say that this is a big problem for RNG as though just pushing on IG. That being said, they found Red Panda, Orchid Burn, and one shot from death, Ball Lightning finish. And remember, it's a mega kill streak for Emo, who is 7-2-7. Ooh, God King. Blink, Dragon Tail, Meteor Hammer with the Ink Swell, the Lockdown, Ball Lightning, Vortex, and JT will take out God King.
Sure, that like ownage thing that comes out from the announcer, or like the whatever it is, it must be it's so demoralizing, right? You're already losing the game, and then he tells you that the other team's owning. I don't need to hear that. You know, you gotta be positive. If you know, maybe for the direct, it should say like owning, and then Radiant side, it's like, don't worry, things are going to get better.
That positivity sound
Yeah.
soundboard. It's better than Pokemon Unite. If you're losing by a lot in that game, it's just like you're losing by a lot, and it's just like, oh, okay, cool, thanks. And then I go, I'm playing Pokemon Unite. I'm 28, losing to 8-year-olds. How am I losing this MOBA?
Got old man reflex to speak up.
Yeah, I'm over the hill. Smoke used by RNG. Enchantress. Off by the Vortex. They're bringing over Kaka, though.
I mean, he has an illusion root as well, so he can just take this off this purge whenever he wants.
Ooh, Pearl Strike lands on Emo as well as Kaka. Right click impetus damage is more than enough to get the kill. And now Emo going the other way as the BKB's been popped by Fly, running away with the Doom on him. They've lost the Aegis on Emo. Winter's Curse lands on a 3. Trying to get the kill onto Red Panda. They'll at least find one. Emo needs to be very careful, though. Ball Lightning looking for this Meteor Hammer to hit with the BKB popped by D-Stones. They go after Felix. They'll try to get the kill on the Enchantress. Vortex. There's the whip on Emo. They'll get the kill onto the Enchantress. Taking out a second, and everybody on the side of RNG will TP away.
That fight looks so good for RNG, because, I mean, they get the Storm Aegis basically for free, right? They didn't really commit anything. But the Storm zips into an area where they have full ward coverage. So, and they just run up the steps together, free Wyvern's Curse, and yeah, all of a sudden the fight's just over.
God King, Orchid, Vortex. Ooh, Burrow Strike, Epicenter. Emo's gone. 5 times spree taken out of his hands. They still get the kill on the God King. They look over at Flyby, who is stunned up. They don't have detection. He's standing in this sandstorm.
I think someone's just bought some on the courier.
Blink, Burrow Strike, JT. Doesn't have a blink to cover the ground. And Fly coming over to the side looking for Flyby, who doesn't have a TP, by the way.
I mean, the game's in a bit of a weird state now because the Dire don't have Aegis, right? So it's really difficult for them to pressure objectives and things, unless they find pickoffs or whatever. So it might just turn into a bit of a farm game for the next few minutes. It's difficult to know. There's almost a Lotus on the Grim as well. That's a big deal. Against the Doom and against the Sand King with the Burrow Strike. If you can precast that Lotus before they spells, then makes a big difference in the fights.
You know, with everything that Emo's doing, 7, 3, and 11, he's the lowest core in terms of net worth.
Oh, not again.
I would say is a bit surprising. And that's down the 9th death for Felix. Am I wrong that sounds very odd that he's that far down?
Yeah, kind of, but he has been moving around the map a lot. And this is what we were saying earlier, that the Troll's so greedy, right? And so the Storm and the Sand King are the two ones that are making the moves most on the map, so they're naturally going to be the ones that aren't farming as much.
Right. I'm a split. BKB's been popped by Fly. They'll stop the TPs going into the outpost.
That's a BKB for a split. I don't think they mind too much. The thing is, like, this game, it feels like it shouldn't be close, right? Because of the kill score and things, and how much it feels like IG have been owning these fights. But the Radiant scales so well, and they farm really quickly with the Doom and the TA. So they're keeping up in net worth just because of how quickly they farm.
Radiant structures are fortified.
TP's back. Blink Burrow Strike coming through. BKB looking for the epicenter. And it's right on top of this DK. He's so tanky. Infernal Blade, Soulbind coming in on both of them. They can't continue to chase the DK. They've got the Winter's Curse on both of them. That's a big AoE to hold heroes down. Fuels up into the air. They've got the root out onto God King. Right click's coming in from Fly, but now he's taking a lot of damage. He'll end up dead, but God King is trading.
No mana on Storm.
D-Stone's getting away with so much damage, and they need one more shot to kill off Emo. They just won't find it yet. Finally, Red Panda, he will finish off the Storm. Meteor Hammer's down. Do they have the damage to get D-Stones? It's not looking likely. Cold Embrace, the silence on both. Red Panda throws down the Cinder Brew. They fought back on Storm. He's going to Ball Lightning all the way in, looking for D-Stones. He's got a double damage. You need to be careful, Emo. You just fought back and you don't have a lot of mana to work with. But finally, they take out D-Stones. Red Panda chasing after Ollie with the Spirit Vessel. But Red Panda might be the one who dies. Again, Emo sitting low with Felix coming over. They've got themselves the Golden Embrace coming out from the Winter Wyvern. Ball Lightning right clicks in. Red Panda getting low but trying to run and will finally eat the dust. But Emo, you cannot die here. I've said it 8 times already. You might still go down.
Oh my
They got the Cold Embrace just in time for Emo. As he's been silenced, he's got the Essence Ring and Doom's back into the fight as this one's gone on for a long time. Kaka on the run. He's getting burned by the Scorched Earth. Felix has the Impetus, and with the Infernal Blade, they'll get the kill. Kaka gone, and it's RNG who have a 2K lead.
It's the Ench redemption arc. The Ench survived.
Stupendous.
I can't believe the Ench survived.
I'll take your tribute.
After all that, Felix, who's been dying all game, survives.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, like, the DK gets doomed right at the start, right? But he manages to get out before he dies, and the Wyvern heals him up on the side, so he's able to enter back into the fight again. Which was so key. I mean, if Emo had died again, that would have been horrendous, I think, for IG.
Oh, 100%.
They kind of get out with just by the skin of their teeth.
This TA is doing so much in these fights. $320 last hits, 5, 3, and 6 in top of the net worth. "31 minutes into the game, and this one's been a barn burner up to this point. They smoke up once more. It's a 5-man smoke. They know that they've kind of have this potential win condition with Emo having no buyback. Trap, Lotus Orb, silence out on to this Grimstroke, and now he'll throw out the Soulbind with the Phantom's Embrace. They've got themselves
Good Doom on the
Heal
troll.
out on Akaka. God King taking a lot of damage. The ball laning over. They get the kill on a God King. Now JT moving forward, looking for the Meteor Hammer. They've got the lockdown on a D-Stones. This time you're not getting damage off. Burrow Strike, Epicenter, Fly gets the trance off with the BKB. Red Pandas are dying. That's 2 in the grave. And the last Earth Panda trying to run. Arctic Burn, Blink forward, Dragon Tail, Red Panda. He's been silenced. And the Panda will finally fall.
Yeah, what a great fight by IG. That was so weird because the Doom went in on the backline, managed to get a Doom off onto the troll, and you're like, wow, this is fantastic. But at the same time, this Grimm's just holding the high ground. Again, they have full vision control on IG, right? So they're just holding their high ground. The Grimm takes so long to kill. And so nobody can connect with the Doom in the backline onto the troll.
The double embrace is tongue twistering me. The Phantom's Embrace, Cold Embrace. I don't know what it is about my mind, but I'm sitting there like, there's not 2 abilities with same names, are there? And then you're like, they're right there. Bruce almost has the Sags. And then he's going for the Shard. Do you think he should just get the Shard now, or is it worth just getting that Dark Portrait?
It's not a good Dark Portrait game.
He's lined up for it. He's already got the
Really?
Ogre Axe. Yeah.
But who does he take over? Like, who does he get an illusion for? And what does does Doom have, like, a AC or something that they want? Maybe, but... not sure.
Storm took the Shard, so he's got the Overload. He's got that Overload upgrade.
Tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower has fallen.
6K lead for IG. It still feels really close.
That's the thing, the game's far from over.
Haste! Whoa, what'd I miss?
Oh, just misses the Sand King. That was really weird, Emo. He kind of like half committed.
Is under attack.
I think if he'd have fully gone in there for the Sand King, he might have found him.
Do you think he's nervous not having buyback? He still...
Maybe. I mean, maybe... like, he was... the first time he was like, oh, we didn't find the Sand King. Maybe he's expecting someone to TP. And then when the Linkers goes off, he's like, oh, like he's here, but nobody's TP'd by then, so... This brew's really close to Ags, and I think you have to be so careful, but you need to make sure you burst the brew when he gets the Ags. Because if he's able to get like 2 splits off in a fight, it makes a huge difference.
Right. They've been trying to kill off his pandas. They've come close a couple times, but I mean, it's going to be tough. If he's able to survive, if he's able to get back and split again, that could be a big issue.
Because the other thing about the split is as well, with Ags, you can finish it whenever you want, right?
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to wait for the first one to end normally. And you can do it to any of the pandas as well, not just the Earth Panda.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Satanic on the troll. Wow. Do you remember when Satanic used to give status resistance and everyone would just go SMY Satanic? What an awful time that was.
When status resistance was a big problem.
Yeah.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
It was such a horrible, like, thing that it was such a big amount attached to Satanic.
What was it? 40?
I think it was 35. And then you got SMY, and it would be like 50% between the two, basically. Phoenix, get him! They're doing good damage.
Epicenter, Burrow Strike coming through on Akaka. They're going to try and get the kill here, but they've got themselves the
he's
Cold
full
Embrace. And he's, just practically full HP. They've got the Soulbind as well as the Phantom's Embrace coming over with the BKB pop by Flyby. They've got themselves the Inkswell, and there's the Winter's Curse on both those heroes, and that's going to pull in the TA. They get the kill on the Akaka. They finally take the Grim Circle with the ball landing coming in from Emo. They've got
in the
themselves
air on the troll.
Vortex. Burrow Strike hits from Flyby, and now they've got the Doom out on Emo. He's in a lot of trouble. He doesn't have buyback. He needs to be very careful. God King getting low with the Arctic Burn, slowing him up. He's trying to run away from this fight, and they've got themselves a barrel strike once again. They get the kill on the Emo. He's going to be dead for 2 minutes. Red Panda into the Primal split. They look over now at the Sand King. Can they get the kill on a Flyby? They're doing a lot of damage here from Felix as well as D-Stones. JT slowed up. Cold Embrace once again, healing him up as much as they can. And they look over as Fly turns around. He needs to be very careful. He's got himself an Aegis, but is he willing to fight? He still has the Battle Trance. The Burrow Strike comes in from Flyby. That lands on a JT. They get the kill on the DK, and now they've got all these heroes on the side of RNG going after Fly. Yule's up into the air with the Lotus Orb, but that was a Yule's to stop that Battle Trance from getting a lot out from Fly, and they will take out this Aegis. They've got Kaka dead, DK. Even though he's in the Cold Embrace. They've got the buyback coming from the DK, the damage coming in from Felix as well as D-Stones. The right clicks in. Can they get him a second time? Fly trying to survive with the Satanic, but there's the Burrow Strike and the kill for D-Stones. They'll take out Fly. No buyback on 3 of these heroes, and RNG come out ahead.
Oh, they are really scraping through these fights, aren't they? I mean, the big difference there is when he gets the split off on the Brew, unfortunately the Troll's trying to build up his damage, pops BKB and tries to attack, but the Wyvern uses Curse at the same time, so basically the whole BKB duration of the Troll gets completely wasted. And then afterwards, when he's trying to actually do his damage and things, he gets cycloned up in the air twice in a row by the Brew. So the Troll just basically does nothing the whole fight, right until the end. And then it's like 4 versus 1.
Yeah, it becomes really difficult, and he's getting Yulesed up by Flyby, he's getting Cycloned up by Red Panda. The control that they have for this Troll, once he doesn't have that BKB, is very disruptive. Ag's picked up now, so now he's got the 2 charges on that split. And it's coming down to that time, Mo. 3 minutes away.
3 minutes, second Roche.
The game decider. Timeless Relic dropped for the Brewmaster. Telescope for the Doom.
Yeah, you give that to the Ench, I assume, right? Maybe the Red Panda Brew, but... Dude, this TA is so farmed. I mean, she has the DD bottled as well, which is kind of like a big game-deciding fight. Especially around that second Roche, but...
Yeah. Bye-bye Ninja Geared, and now they're going to smoke up as a team. 5-man smoke. IG getting together to do the same. They smoke up all 5 heroes. They're going to meet on the high ground, potentially in an advantageous spot here for IG, but the smoke doesn't actually pop from Flyby. Blink Burrow Strike come through on the Winter Wyvern. Emo trying to find an opening. The Ball Lightning, they've got themselves a Soulbind coming out with the Phantom's Embrace with the BKB pop by God King. They'll get the kill on the D-Stones, who doesn't have buyback dead for 99 seconds. They will go for the Winter Wyvern with the Golden Embrace. He's surviving for now. Fly trying to right click. They get the kill on Emo. They'll take the Storm out of the fight, and they'll take out Ollie. So they don't have that heal. He's going to be forced to buyback, and he's going to go through over to the outpost with that TP. They've got the Doom on a Fly, Cyclone up in the air once again. They've got the Winter's Curse. That's going to be onto the Doom. Can they get the Meteor Hammer down? Yes, they can. Force Staff, God King still in trouble. Burrow Strike comes out on the cliff. It's JT, but he is this Dragon Knight, so he can fly himself down. But they've got themselves the Holy Locket. They've got themselves the Cold Embrace. They'll get the kill on a Flyby. They'll get themselves 3 and no buyback for those heroes on RNG.
What a turn. 1 second, we think that, you know, RNG is just going to win the game from the other team not having buybacks. It's this point of the map every time RNG just keep running into and IG have full vision control with the ward on the high ground. So they just see everything. And I know RNG get their own ward down into that jungle, but... Wow. They managed to just completely kill the TA from 100 to 0 at the start of the fight before she can even do anything.
Even with the Doom on Fly, it just wasn't enough. And they killed Emo very quickly, too. Minotaur Horn for the DK. JT. Oh, he's going into the AC. Missile for the Troll. And Grimstroke didn't end up going into the Ags, just picks up the Shard and holding on to a casual Ogre Axe.
Felix is like, please stop hitting my buildings. Please.
Felix is doing some real damage.
Good damage, yeah. And he has, I guess he has Satanic on the Troll there, right? So.
Ooh, that's a great item. Now for IG.
It's good for DK.
One up for RNG.
Good for DK, good for Grim, good for Storm. He's not using the cheese on Storm.
Empty bottle, might swap it in now. Who knows?
But again, they still don't get high ground from these deaths, right?
Well, second Roche hasn't happened yet.
That's true. But, you know, you would have assumed with all those heroes being dead that they could just walk high ground.
By the way, wait, it's third Roche, so I'm stupid anyway.
Yeah, but third Roche is more important than second Roche, so...
That's true, but I've been calling it the wrong number. Because you said cheese like 2 times, and I'm like, second Roche hasn't happened, and I'm just like, has to have happened. There's a cheese in the game.
Dire's bottom
Really,
tower
let
is
me
under
say
attack.
second Roche like 8 times throughout the last 5 minutes.
To be honest, I wasn't really paying attention. The whole... What number Roche is doesn't matter, right?
No, it doesn't.
Not for the point.
Yeah.
Why no shard in third Roche? SMH.
Well, second Roche was good, but how about third Roche? Overwhelming Blink being built for the Sand King. He's got just enough for the Reaver, and then he'll need 1,750 more gold to get that recipe. Is it going to be Aegis or Refresher Shard? Is the questions I should have been asking.
I mean, if the Storm
BKB
has...
now for Emo, which will be big for him to survive.
If the Storm has an Axe or a Refresher, I'm sure both are really good. Obviously, you probably want to give the Refresher to Wyvern, though, I would assume. Maybe JT on the DK could be good, too. But if the Storm gets Axe and Refresher, I think he's pretty nutty. I don't know what he's building. Yeah, he's building the Axe now, okay.
So if it's Axe,
quite
he'll be
far
happy
away.
if he can get it.
Yeah. He's so far away from it, though. I was hoping he would be close to the actual item, and then they'd find a Refresher, you know?
It's Axe. It is Axe. When did
Wyvern
they
Blink.
when did they make second Roche have Axe?
Dire's
Sorry, I
bottom
didn't learn my
tower is
1,
under
2,
attack.
3s. Only my ABCs.
NA maths.
Yeah.
Can't help it.
IG posturing on the pit.
I think this Wyvern Blink on the Dire side is a bigger item upgrade than they could have hoped for on anybody on their team.
Dire's bottom tower is under
Because
attack.
this Wyvern has been such a key hero throughout these fights and being able to save people that,
Yeah.
like, you just don't want the Wyvern to show, ever. So he can stand so far back.
Man, smoke. IG on the low ground. Oh. Very tense moments, because not worth even. 45 minutes coming up. Third Roche. Potentially the deciding Roche. No buyback for D-Stones, Fly, Emo, or God King. Or Flyby. Blink looking for the Dragon Tail, not going to get it off with the BKB pop by D-Stones.
He's so
Right click's
tanky,
coming
though.
in. There's the Primal Split. Do they want to go for this? They want to chase. They've got the Storm Panda moving forward. They've got the Cyclone out on Akaka. JT going to blink in, get the Dragon Tail out on a God King. Breathe Fire. Is the damage going to be enough? Emo goes to the BKB, but that's going to be an early BKB usage. Soulbind connects him over to D-Stones. On the other side of the fight, they've got themselves the Yules that's going to come out of the Lotus Door for Fly. They get the kill to God King. They have the Winter's Curse that's going to hit on to D-Stones. They're controlling him enough with the Inkswell coming out from this troll. Is it going to be enough to get the kill? It looks likely. D-Stones trying to survive. Melt Strike, double shot, killing off Evo. They've got the buyback available on D-Stones. They've got the Red Panda Primal Split going off. Earth Panda trying to run. They have the control. Can they get the kill? Storm Panda still there, and he'll go back to form. Flyby hit with the Dragon Tail with the silence coming out onto this Brewmaster. He's trying to run. Felix coming back over. The double stun out onto JT as well as Flyby. He's got the Lotus Storm back on him, and they still haven't been able to take out the Brew. Fly, JT, Ollie waiting in the wing while he flies with both
What is
wings.
that? What is that DK illusion? What is happening? Gaben?
Enchanting.
He's throwing like magic balls for his sword.
Burrow Strike hits on a Fly as well as JT. They've got the damage coming in from the Invictus shots of Felix. And now they go to the BKB on Fly. They've got the Sunset on the Fly for just a moment. D-Stone's trying to get in on this one. The right click's finally coming on. The damage might be enough, but they got the Battle Trance as well as the Cold Embrace, but he's going to be stuck there. Soulbind, Heaven's Halberd, Red Panda into the face of IG. They've got the Soulbind that's going to reach over on the Felix. They get the kill on the Red Panda. They'll take out two. No buyback available on Fly. They've got themselves the Winter's Curse out on both this Enchantress as well as D-Stone's on the TA, who just fought back, will be dead for 2 minutes. JT gets the kill, blinking forward, looking for the Enchantress, but Ench walking away onto the high ground and escaping, eluding IG.
This game's crazy. I mean, they're going to go back for the Roche now, right? But with TA not having buyback, you have to feel like this game... I mean, I feel like we've said it about 10 times now already, they might be coming to a close.
They haven't taken the high ground yet.
They haven't got high ground, yeah.
Roshan has fallen to the Dire.
There's Roche, and Ags will be picked up by Troll, but it won't be used. I wonder if he'll pass it over to Emo. He doesn't have that Ags queued up anymore, and there's the delivery. Amazon one day.
Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's
All Lightning looking over at God King, throws the Orchid on him, silences him up for just a moment. He's got that Doom available. Meteor Hammer's going to be thrown to the tier 3 over mid, though. Take out the tier 3. Still without this TA for another minute.
What?
Oh, look at that.
What is this illusion? This is what I was saying before. What is it doing?
I don't know. All Lightning going in with the Vortex. That's going to be the Soulbind to follow it up. They've got Emo in a bad spot, but the Winter's Curse is not going to be enough to save this life of the Storm. He's going to be dead for 99 seconds. They get the kill on the right panda. They've got the Burrow Strike on the 2 with the buyback being used by this Brewmaster. Now they're going to use the Primal Split right into the fight. We'll see. They've got themselves Troll controlled. And there's the Primal Split with Cold Embrace coming through into JT. He's getting Cold Embrace. That's going to heal him up just a little bit. Ink Swell, Fly trying to run. Infinite shots, the damage coming in. Flyby, maybe waiting for a moment to blink. Burrow Strike, right Panda. Well, his Pandas are in. They've got the TP coming through from the Doom. Infernal Blade comes out. They'll take out the Aegis on this Troll. He's back in 3 seconds. Cyclone into JT. He blinks back. Flyby waiting, looking. Doom used over on a Flyby. Now they've got him cycloned up into the air once again with the Burrow Strike pulling it up from Flyby.
Heal, though.
Cold Embrace. Is it enough to heal him? Red Panda ready with another Primal Split. They get the kill on a Fly. They will take him out. IG fail to finish, and RNG holds.
What's happening? This game's madness. They found JT as well. He's so slow from the Drunken Haze. Can they get him? Oh. Close.
No, they can't. I knew that from the beginning.
Dire's bottom tower
Never in
is under
doubt.
attack.
We know
Obviously.
exactly how this game's gonna go.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Storm back in 7. And he still has no buyback. He's 1,000 gold short of it. They've got Troll's buyback available. They don't want to use it. He's dead for 45 more seconds, and they're not pushing the high ground just yet, but they are getting there to the stairs.
Careful. Gotta be careful of the high ground. Troll has buyback as well, remember? So basically just lose the game here, because the TA doesn't have buyback still either. He also has a refresher on Brew. Have you ever seen 4 splits before in a fight, B-Cup?
No, but I've also close to seeing 4 Roches in this game. 12K lead, but still anybody's game. Ooh. I hear Sand King slapping down the tail. That is the telltale sign of a Sand King that's ready to go.
Oh, this slow's so annoying from the Sunstorm. Does Troll... Troll has MKB, right? I think.
No, he doesn't.
If he doesn't have MKB, this blind from the Sandstorm is going to ruin his game.
It's going to be massive.
Oh, he has
yeah,
Mail
40%.
Shot, Yeah, he needs to sell the Maelstrom and get MKB when he next can. Obviously, he needs buyback as well, but because obviously the Maelstrom procs basically count as an MKB hit, right? Because they always, like, they never miss, right?
Dragon Tail coming through, and now they've got the Nullifier as well as the damage, but the Burrow Strike away with the BKB pop. They're going to go
Good
to the
Brimmo.
Vortex. They've got the Soulbind on it too. He's looking for the Epicenter to turn this around with the Doom coming in on the Troll. They've got themselves a Hex as well as the Golden Embrace is going to beat up the right click damage. Oh, it's there. Firefly ends up dead. He's going to buy back. They look over at Kaka. They've got the second kill coming in on the Grave Stroke. He's going to buy back as well. Minotaur Horn, pop by Firefly. There's the Vortex on a 3, but they're going to look over with the Dragon Tail coming up from JT out onto the Sand King. They get the kill on a Flyby. They'll take him out. He's got buyback. Felix trying to TP. Ambitious, but worth it.
Dude, this Ench is just standing still the whole fight and just hitting people with impetus.
Dire's top
Has that Hex now going Moonshard next.
But the damage goes through the Cold Embrace as well, right? Because it's pure.
has fallen.
So it actually does things now. Like it's actually a big deal at this point.
DK is 4,700 health. He's not deterred by an impetus. Blink Dragon Tail onto the Enchantress with a Breathe Fire, but now they've got that silence coming through from D-Stone's Bloodthorn. Boop, boop, boop.
This thing is so tanky though.
This Enchantress is also level 26, so it has the plus 6.5% impetus damage.
Has fallen. Radiant's top tower
Ball Lightning going through, looking for Red Panda. Emo needs to be
Double force.
careful. BKB, and he's in pretty deep. They're going to go for the tier 3 and look to maybe get themselves Mega Creeps. Emo Ball Lightning away as he doesn't have a lot of mana to work with. And he's got buyback this time around as well as the cheese, but we haven't seen him use it just yet. Now he's going to go in. They've got themselves the Ball Lightning as well as the Vortex. That's going to be on the 3 of the heroes. They get the kill on the Felix Red Panda as well as D-Stone's getting them all out. The damage coming in was massive. Epicenter down the look over with God King and Flyby trying to save the game. No D-Stones for 93 seconds. God King trying to stand his ground, but it's not going to be likely that he survives. Dead for 100 seconds. There's the Vortex once again. On into the Nullifier out. Flyby, Felix, see you later. And a full team wipe and a GG call leads to IG's first game victory.
Oh, that was so sick from the Wyvern. So well played. He gets the amazing curse, so the Ench dies instantly. But then the follow-up from the Storm with the 3-man pull, and he uses the overload charges on all his team as well, and he just absolutely just massacres all of the Radiant side all at once. Because the DK already has splash damage and everything. But between all of them having the overload bounces, that was wild. What a crazy game. That was amazing.
It's one of the closest games we've had up to this point, and if not the closest game that we've had up to this point. It looked really good from both teams, honestly. I thought it was anybody's game until the end there, and as it went back and forth, finally, IG break the high ground, and they end up winning the game. But there were certainly points from both teams to be really happy about, and now IG have a 1-0 lead over RNG, a chance to take it 2-0, or maybe go to a game 3 if RNG win game 2. So we'll have to find out. We'll be back in a moment. We'll take a break, and then see you at the panel coming up for game 2.